Fantastic. So I've got some quick fire questions just to start things off because you probably get the same questions all the time. Thought it'd spice it up a little bit. So first one, what was the last film you saw at the cinema?
The last film that I saw at the cinema, that's a good question. I was just talking to a friend. I haven't, it's sad. The last film that I saw at the cinema was Venom. Oh. And I've been meaning to go see Bohemian Rhapsody, Bodied. There's so many good ones that I want to go see, but yeah, the last one I saw was Venom.
Nice. So Black Lightning has some amazing soundtracks. What songs would you choose for a playlist for an episode?
Ooh, songs that I would choose. That's a great question. Look at you. Wow. Okay. I would probably throw in some Run the Jewels. Okay. Probably, let me see my soundtrack, my playlist, right? Some Run the Jewels, just definitely some Joyner. I love a few of I love some of the stuff from Eminem's new album. Also, Black. I would say some songs from Quinn. And as well as Kehlani. Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see. I can't really pick the specific ones. It gets hard when you put me on the spot. I can give you the artist. One of the ones that I'm really crazy about actually right now is Wow Freestyle with Kendrick and J-Rock. Yeah,
okay.
I would definitely throw that in on one of the soundtracks there.
Yeah, he did a great soundtrack for Black Panther, didn't he?
Oh my gosh! If people forget that happened earlier this year, they're like, right? He needs to drop an album, but he kind of did. He kind of did, and he killed it too.
Yeah. Right. What's your go-to party trick?
Go-to party drink. Usually, it's funny. I'm actually doing a fast this month with no drinking, but I do enjoy myself a tequila and soda with lime to keep it, easy. But I'm a big fan of Japanese whiskey, hibiki.
Wow.
Yes, I just take that neat, usually neat. Okay. Yeah, so it's either going to be hibiki or it's funny. I have my bottles over here right now. It's hibiki, or I have a Nika. It's a Nika coffee grain whiskey, which is also a Japanese whiskey as well.
Wow, bit of connoisseur there.
A little bit, just a little bit,
Nice. So, what was the last TV show you binge watched?
Oh my God! I just finished Black Sails, and it was amazing.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, yeah, I was locked in on Black Sails, and I was just like, wow. I'm watching Mr. Snowman on Netflix. I'm not sure if you've heard of that one as well. I'm loving it. It's the Korean drama is just really killing me right now. But I'm in the process of watching that as well as Bodyguard as well.
Yes. Yeah.
It's You know what I'm sad about though? Marco Polo. Like they didn't. Oh, it was so good. Did you see the Marco Polo on Netflix?
I heard about it. I didn't watch it.
It was so good, so good. And also, and the what was the other one? That they discontinued with Dennis Hopman. It was dealing with one of the banking families in Italy. Oh, but yes, to answer your question, sorry, I ran on.
That's fine.
The last one I saw, or what I just finished binge watching, was Black Sails.
Yeah. Last quick one. So, what would you say your favorite superhero is?
Oh, that's the easiest question. Batman. Have you?
Have I heard about
plastered all over. Batman. And definitely second running of that is going to be Jason Todd's Red Hood.
Nice. Yeah. Have you been watching Titans?
I have not. I haven't. Sadly enough, CW doesn't allow us to have the free membership. So I'm choosing between what I'm gonna have to give up in order to get that DC streaming, because I need to get it because they're gonna be bringing Teen Titans or Young Justice.
Yes.
They're going to be bringing Young Justice back. So,
Yeah.
you got to watch that.
Definitely, yeah. So,
Yep.
I just want to say congratulations on becoming a series regular on Black Lightning.
Thank you, love. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So how did you first get involved in the show?
Well, yeah, so let's see. Come last year, beginning of the year, was when I went in for the auditions of Khalil Payne at the time. They did not know, they hadn't released that he was going to be, my character was going to turn into Painkiller. But yeah, I mean, I went in there to went in and did my thing, I guess you could say. Auditioned. Vicky, she's wonderful. She's a sweetheart. I mean, I'm sure you've seen a number of her body of works, biggest, huge body of works. And it's funny because I've auditioned for her ever since I was young as well. But I told her, I was like, hey, Vicky, all right, so look, you bring me in, you test me for a lot of stuff. Because the last thing I also tested for was F. Gary Gray, Straight Outta Compton as well. And I didn't get that one, but I was joking with her. I was like, so you gonna book me on something yet, or what, you know?
Yeah.
And she's just lovely. She's just wonderful. And but I went in there. I did my thing. It was good enough for Salim, Mara, and everyone else to bring me back to go ahead and do a testing, which I went in and I tested with China. And we ended up hearing not too long after that they wanted to go with my character, or they wanted to go for me. They enjoyed what I did. And Salim, he called me. He welcomed me to the show. Really encouraged me. I mean, this is something about me. I'm kind of a big kid. I got six nieces and nephews.
Wow.
3 of them I had when I was in. I didn't have. Sorry, 3 of them came along when I was in college. And so, I've always been. I love kids, and so being a big uncle has always been my big thing.
Yeah.
And for this to be something that they can watch me on and play like a super villain / hero going through some stuff, it's one of those things where it's like it's a surreal moment, and it's just, you got to really take the time out to just be like, wow, this is such a huge blessing for it all to fall in place. Yeah, but with that said, it was nothing but a journey, and then we ended up filming the first like 2 or 3 episodes, and then that's when I got shot, and I was like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna be in a wheelchair. That's what my character is gonna be. Great, so much for trying to work out. And then
Yeah.
They hit me with the oh, you don't know. Oh yeah, we didn't tell you, because I did go in and meet with head of CW, casting, programming, everyone over there, and they they all knew the secret, and I'm just sitting in there just thinking, oh, they're just welcoming me to be a part
Yeah.
of the whole CW family, since I was on Riverdale as well,
Yeah.
So I was just looking, I'm sitting there like Boo Boo the Fool, and they all know, oh no, you're gonna end up being Painkiller. So when I found that out on set, I was ecstatic. I was just like, oh yeah, this is what paying off watching Jean-Claude Van Damme,
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stallone, back at 90s action movies. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
know what I'm
definitely.
talking about.
Yeah.
So and I mean, I'm a huge Batman fan as well. I mean, we're talking like Michael Keaton Batman fan,
Yeah.
So I mean, if this is going into your next question, I apologize, but I've had nothing but a blast on set, just bugging stunt. I'm really really linked with all the stunt crew.
Oh, nice.
Who's very talented. We got a very talented team, from John Medlin, who's worked from doing Power Rangers to Buffy.
Wow.
To Keith Davis, who's our fight coordinator, who's worked from doing all the Marvel movies as well, to even Eric Mbanda, who's the main stunt double for Black Lightning. And over this off season, before we came back to season 2, I bugged him about training me, and he was just like, yeah. And so we were training all throughout the off season, just figuring out my fight style, doing more stuff so that I could be doing more of my own stunts, and more of my fight choreo, which has been absolutely fun doing. And we have a lot of really great people. Deandra Stoddard, who's Thunder's stunt double, so. Yeah. So it's a great family, great family.
Yeah, definitely. So it definitely sounds like a really great time.
Oh, yeah, I'm having a blast.
So in the last episode, we saw Khalil and Jennifer sort of like talking again. Would you like to see these two back together, or would you like to see Khalil kind of go down his own route?
It's so funny. I get asked that question more times than not, Oh. Let me say it as Khalil. Khalil, he loves her. That's his, as I like to say, his North Star, Yeah. She is the one that can put him in his place, that puts her in his place. I mean, her in her place as well. Because, you look at season 1, and you saw how he was in a position where he was trying to be the positive role influence in her life, you know? After she was going through that traumatic experience, he was the one that was in her corner, and he has that he has that loyalty to her. He has that connection to her. He's in love with her, and you really see that power of love when it plays into a young man. And he definitely wants to be with her. He wants to be back with her, if not in a relationship, but at least as a friend. Yeah. Because that is his confidant. That is the closest person that he has. They have a connection and a bond that no one else can break, Yeah. So yes, he definitely wants to be back with Jennifer. And even me as an actor, I would say that I do want him to be back. Why? Because within that relationship there, sad, whether it's sad or not, there's an identity that both of them share with each other, that's found in the other. Mm. So, I think for what he's gone through, what he's the situation that he's in right now, I would love to see him to be able to have that happiness, for him to have that peace, to have that joy of being with the person that he loves, and to have that come back for him. Now, for me, also, I do want to see him go off, because sticking with the canon, looking at the comic, Painkiller, he's a mercenary. He's a hired mercenary off on his own. He doesn't answer to anybody. Yeah. And he's dark. This guy, he's dark. His power level is crazy. His abilities are absolutely insane. The guy is he's a meta that can control. He can control any body part. He can also control other metas' abilities as well. Wow. The dude is absolutely crazy. He gives Black Lightning a hard time. Yeah. And he's extremely intelligent. He's a tactician. He's a mercenary that actually ends up framing Black Lightning for the murder of 100 members that he turns on, who hired him. And he's a mastermind. Granted, we got to stay in the realm of CW world too. Yeah. So, where that goes, nobody knows. But I like to see both, for both Khalil and for Painkiller.
Yeah, definitely. And we in the last episode as well, Khalil's sort of finally seeing Tobias's true nature. Do you think he'll ever like turn against the man? But he gave him his powers. It's such a tricky situation, isn't it?
It's funny. I mean, that's what's so great about what the writers are doing with my character, and with Marvin. He's he's killing that role as Tobias, right? Am I right?
It's terrifying.
I mean, it's funny. Me and Marvin, we're so close though. Like, we're both from California, and like, that's like just the big bro. We were just working out yesterday. He's wonderful, and he's completely opposite. It's so funny how many times when we're out and people are just like, I hate you. It's like, nice. I hate you so much, but you're not like that. It's so funny.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, to answer your question, it's that issue of Khalil, and I'll say Khalil because that's who's the one that's actually vulnerable. Yeah. Khalil, he's been found in a very fragile state, not just physically, but if you keep in mind, running was the only thing that he had.
Yeah.
You strip that away from a man. You strip that. I mean, you strip something away from a young man that is his way out of a hard-ridden, tough lifestyle, and he's been so diligent, so honor-bound, and his character has been flawless, right?
Yes,
but then the traumatic experience comes around, and just it turns his world all upside down, right?
Yeah.
Now you have a malleable kid. You have a malleable individual who's mainly grounded in anger, in confusion, in hurt, and because of the fact that he can't do anything. When a young man, when any man can't do anything, that's irritating. You know, it's you can't even articulate the irritation that comes with that, because he's a single child who has seen his mom work so hard, and he had the keys to get her out of the way. He was doing everything. He was able to do that. But now that's taken from him. He feels like he can't do anything. But yet now somebody extends their hand and gives him the ability.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like he sold his soul to the devil.
Yeah.
You know, he got caught up. The emotions were there that it blinded him from what actually was going on. The same thing he told Jennifer in season 1 earlier. Like, I've seen this stuff. This is what rappers I live the life rappers rap about. I know who this guy is, but he was in such a distraught state that even though all the red flags were going on, it didn't matter. And now he's locked in. So he has one or two choices. You either sack up and keep feigning, you know, as if you're a part of this lifestyle while you try to find a way out or whatever, or you die.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not even so much the death of himself as much as it is, well, the death of his mother and Jennifer. And he's so far gone. He's so filled with anger, especially towards Black Lightning. And not just Black Lightning, but also Jefferson Pierce, because he feels like that was his father figure. But where was his father figure during the time that he was vulnerable, that he couldn't run? And he tells him that, and he says, you know, where were you? You weren't there. You told me to stay away from your daughter. That's what you did, because you saw that I wasn't, you know, I didn't have. I was now just another Black kid on the street.
Yeah.
And so it's when I you know, I feel like every actor, what we'll do is we'll do a, you know, character history of ourselves, and it just reminded me, Khalil, he reminds me of a Homer tragedy, you know, or of a Greek tragedy, and you know, we see. That's why I think the writers did a great job with my character development, and I'm so grateful to be able to portray him, because this kid, he's
yeah,
he's the events in his life, the environment, the arena, all of this stuff that's impacted him, that he's carrying on his shoulders. It's easy to look at this kid and say, oh no, he's bad, he's done this, he's doing this, blah blah blah. Oh no, stay away from him and everything. but the only one that's actually in his corner at this point is his mother still.
Yeah.
That's the only one. And so not to like make anybody feel bad for Khalil, but that's what's actually going on.
I'm rooting for him.
I appreciate it, Mom. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm still hoping for that redemption.
Right. We all want that redemption, right? We all want that redemption. And you know, that's the thing about television and movies. But what's the reality of it? I mean, when we look at, and that's what Salim he really focuses on, is going for the reality of it, no matter how hard it may seem or how harsh it may seem. What's the truth in the community that actually happens?
Yeah,
you know. So you just got to tune in.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. It's gonna be a great rest of season 2.
Yeah. I mean, and we had that explosive start with Gamby. Do you really think he's dead? Because you didn't see a body. Yeah.
James Remar. You know, it's funny. Twitter is blowing up. It's like, he better not be dead. He's not dead. No way he's gonna be dead. Nope. Not at all. And you know, it's so funny. It's funny to me. I love it. I'm not gonna say anything else.
Nice. So just going on to Riverdale. So how different is it working on Riverdale than Black Lightning?
More black people. No, I honestly, it's they're two completely different shows. Obviously,
yeah.
One is much more quirkier, it's sarcastic. Roberto, he's done a phenomenal job with the whole world, and something completely unique with Riverdale, you know. So much fun, yet so dramatic, and I love it. You know, I love the. It's funny. I was just talking to KJ actually earlier today.
Okay.
But yeah, man. I mean, like, it's a great show. I love everybody on there. I miss everybody over there too. So shout out to Riverdale, and you guys are killing it, season 3. But working. I mean, some of the different. I would have to say also with my character. You know, with my character, Khalil, he's much darker. He comes from a much more hardened lifestyle.
Yeah.
Chuck, he's misunderstood. You know, I think he's definitely he was a chauvinistic pig. But I think I really do think, and I was really grateful to Roberto and the whole writing staff over there for season 2 when they gave me that sort of redemption. You know.
Yeah.
With the whole Carrie play, and I know they wanted to do some more, but you know, as things played out, series regular. So, but I really was grateful with what they did with Chuck, with allowing him to you know, apologize. I was looking so forward to seeing what would have happened between me and Josie. You know.
Yeah.
And because, you know, in the comics, Chuck and Josie, they're actually a couple. They're a power couple in the whole Riverdale world. Yeah. I mean, like, Chuck, he's another kid. He's like a typical high school kid that makes a mistake. He's not just makes a mistake. He's someone different, completely different. But then, you know, he learns. He wises up. And what's great about Chuck is he gives the audience and the town of Riverdale the opportunity to make a choice on whether they're going to forgive him or not, or if they're just going to continue to paint him in that light, you know? And the thing that I say that's great about it is because you only see flashes of Chuck, you know, in Riverdale. So you don't actually get to you don't spend too much time with him where it's like, oh, yeah, he really has turned around, you know? It's more of like, no, we've seen how he's been. We've seen his actions. And then the last time we see him is, no, he seems genuine about it. And second season, he was much more genuine about it, you know? But that gives the audience the power to decide without, fully showing if Chuck is good or not or whatever, So I think I think it was a lot of fun.
Definitely. And I mean, what do you think about the darker take of Series 3? Because they got that new role-playing game, haven't they?
Right. Right. I'm not fully caught up, but I did hear, it's funny. I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was telling me, she's like, yeah, it's pretty dark. I mean, it's kind of, because I guess also Sabrina as well. Also, Sabrina on Netflix has dropped as well, and I'm planning on watching that as well and supporting that. That's also Roberto. And Lee, the director, who did the pilot for Riverdale as well. I love Lee, by the way. Shout out to him. He's phenomenal. Great director. Visually stunning. Just his eye is absolutely stunning. I mean, what you see him do in the cinematic world is just amazing. He's phenomenal. He's a great director to work with.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I'll stop fangirling over him. So, but yeah, just the two projects coming out. I mean, like a little bit darker. So I'm intrigued to see. Like, let's see what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. Last one. Are you working on anything else at the moment, or is it all full steam ahead with Black Lightning?
Black Lightning, cinematically right now. I mean, I'm also, like I said, been working with a number of the stunt guys, so I'm going to be doing a couple of projects with them, just small projects. But the other stuff that I've been doing, I also write as well. So I've been doing my own graphic novel, which I just got the coloring done and sent in from one of my colorists. So that'll be coming along. Hopefully, I think that'll be done by towards the end of the year. Nice. With the first issue, I'm going to be looking for a publication. That's going to be the main thing. But yeah, I've been working on that for a while, and it's a big project. Put it like this: it's like a grounded sci-fi, where Blade Runner meets Game of Thrones.
Wow.
So. Yeah. And that's been something I've been working on for over or just up to about 10 years. So that was, yeah.
Nice.
So, whole world, been doing that. And then I'm just also working on my other stuff that I'm writing as well, which is live action. But yeah, that's about it, love.
That's about it. That's amazing. Wow.
Well, I'm just, we'll see. We'll see what comes out. We'll see what comes out and everything,
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. So I got my fingers crossed that you will find a publisher, because that sounds amazing.
Thank you so much. I look forward to sharing it with the world too. It's going to be a lot of fun. I really wanted to do a project that shows a number of different cultures. So that's another reason why it took long, because it was a lot of research and just studying and learning. And yeah, I just wanted to have something that's going to, display different cultures accurately and respectfully, but also allow kids to see themselves in. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. That's also called Spirits of Eden, by the way.
Okay.
So keep that, and I'm sure my people will let you guys know.
Yeah, we'd love to see a copy when it's out.
So
That'd be great.
Yes, that would be wonderful. That would absolutely be wonderful.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.